Hi everyone, Road to Expert. This will be my video 3. So updates, it has been officially day 8 has been over and I've done roughly about 80 questions. Alongside that, I have now shifted my question solving range. Earlier I used to do, so what I think is that suppose your rating is X, so your ideal range of solving questions should be X plus 100 to X plus 300. My rating at the time was 1200, roughly it is 1200. So my ideal range of solving questions is, according to me, is 1300 to 1500. So earlier, starting ke about 4 to 5 days, it was very difficult to come up with solutions of questions rated 1200 or even 1300. Now I have jumped that rating. Now 1300 questions are a bit normal to me. I can think and I can solve most of these questions by myself. Not most, but say 6 out of 10 questions I can solve thanks to the dogs, the barking. But 6 out of 10 questions I can solve on my own. And I've jumped my rating up to 1400. Right now I'm not able to solve much of 1400 problems. Only the problems and only the topics that I'm good in, only those are the areas which I can solve questions in. Otherwise I'll have to see the solutions. Now, one thing which I wanted to share is that my upgradation in the level of solving problems has jumped. I didn't expect it to jump this quickly. I was of the opinion that I'll work for about 15 to 12 days and then I'll see 100 increase in rating points. That first I'll solve 1200 rated questions for, I'll have to solve 1200 rated questions for 10 to 15 days and only then will I be able to move on to 1300 and then do that for another 10-12 days and only then I'll be able to move for another 1400. But it has been really fast. I didn't expect that. I am not that happy and not that sad. I'm okay with the improvement that I'm able to see. I want to share one thing and one insight that I got along these 8 days is about practice. Why do you need to practice CP a lot? I don't care what anyone says. बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे who become masters in just 400 problems. और ऐसे भी बहुत सारे लोग होंगे who have to do 2000 problems in order to become a master. I am of the latter one. I think कि अगर मैं बनूँगा कभी master or if I become a master, I'll need to solve 2000 problems. Like that would be the bare minimum for me. Maybe I'm not that smart or maybe I'm not that gifted. But the thing is that I will need to solve a lot of problems and I have come up with an analogy why problem solving is very, very, very important when it comes to CP. And I would like to share that with you. This is a pretty different format, whiteboard hai. I guess it'll be a bit fun. So what happens in a CP problem is that whenever you need to solve a CP problem, you need to go from point A to point B. This is the question and this is the entire logic building process and this is the point where you've reached the proper logic and the proper solution. So what happens is that in ideal case, if you learn binary search, then you should be able to solve binary search on answer. You should be able to solve ternary search questions because you've done binary search, right? You know how to implement simple binary search. Then ideally you should be able to see all those things. But does that happen? No, it doesn't happen. What happens is that if you're given a problem, initially, in the beginning, your mind, after 20 minutes of thinking in that problem, your mind would have came up with all these 6 different approaches. Different directions ke andar you'll have different approaches. Now, 5 of these approaches are wrong. They're clearly wrong. But you didn't know that. 20 minutes ke baad, you didn't come up with any solution, or say 30-40 minutes ke baad, you didn't come up with any solution. You look at the solution. You saw how they solved the problem, how a master coder solved the problem. You got to know कि हाँ, इसको ऐसे solve करना था. This happens one time. Now what happens the other time is that when you see a similar kind of a problem, now when you'll take 20 minutes to solve this problem and to come up with an idea to solve this problem, your mind would have come up with this many approaches. See, एक बकवास approach gets cancelled out. Now you struggle again for 30 minutes and after that you see the solution, you move from point A to B. Simple as that. And now when you've done this thing enough times, say you've done this thing about 50 to 60 times, what happens is that on the 61st question, you need to go from A to B. What will happen is कि you will have just these ideas and you will know कि you need to travel in this manner. In order to speed this up, you need to practice even more. And once you've done about 100 questions, what will happen is, in this type of problem, whenever you see the problem, your mind will go like this. This is what I feel like a mind of a pro coder, a mind of a red coder. They look at a problem and they come up with a solution. If you've ever seen Kennedy, I don't know how to pronounce his full name. If you've ever seen Tourist, he goes by the name Tourist on Codeforces. If you've ever seen his live stream and how he solves question, he hasn't even finished reading the question and he'll start coding because he has solved enough problems to know that you just need to go from this point to this point. No nonsense. He skips all the random basic wrong ideologies and wrong direction of thought. His direction of thought is very filtered. And in order to filter this direction of thought, I need to solve a lot of problems. That was the realization that I came up with. I need to solve a lot of problems so that I can do this rather than doing this. So I guess you guys get the analogy. So that is the reason I'm practicing a lot, because it'll take me a little bit more time to filter my direction of thought. For some people that might be very less. For some people they just have to do about 20-30 problems so that their direction of thought gets very filtered. I feel like I'm that kind of a guy who'll take about 50 to 100 questions so that his thoughts get filtered. His direction of thought is very filtered. Once your direction of thought is very filtered, I guess you'll be able to solve many questions very fast in contests, and hence you'll be able to increase your rating points. That was it. Day 8 officially finished. We are one week into this. So that's it. See you and have a good day.